Hey guys, it's Scott with Scottie B Cards, and in this video I want to talk about a card that I picked up recently that I'm very excited about. As you can tell, I'm in a different place than normal. I'm actually visiting my parents' cabin in Island Park, Idaho, which is next to Yellowstone. It's beautiful. It's been nice to get away for a little bit, but I still want to make a video. And this video is basically going to be on the National. So it's 2 weeks late. I didn't title it or say it was the National. I just want to talk about a major card pickup I picked up at the National and a few other grades that I got at the National that I'm very excited about. So the very first thing, National thoughts, very small. It felt small. Maybe I was wrong, but like when I was in Chicago 2 years ago, it felt really big. And I felt like I couldn't see everything. I went one day, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I drove to Cleveland because I live close to Southern Ohio. And I made sure to get there early because the traffic is horrendous getting into that convention center. So I was there about an hour early, hung out in the car. When I got into the convention center, I was a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest with you. It was fun and it wasn't a negative experience. There were so many tables. I didn't look at every single table in depth. I didn't look through any of the dollar boxes. I basically just went table to table and just checked out what the dealer's inventory was. And there was a lot of cool stuff. It was a really good experience, but I do feel like the Cleveland one was significantly bigger feeling. I think it was like 40 plus tables. The Chicago one is bigger. I think I said Cleveland. The Chicago one was way bigger. But overall, it was a good experience. I didn't have no complaints, but I didn't pick up any cards aside from one very big card that I bought prior to the National, but paid for and picked up at the National and graded at the National because I wanted to confirm that it was authentic before I basically lost all the money. I ended up paying goods and services, which was great. It helped the whole situation to flow smoothly because PSA, I paid extra to get this card graded. Actually, 2 cards to get graded same day. It's why I literally drove up there and they didn't get it done in time. And because of that, I had to get them the next day. It was kind of frustrating because I paid extra, but it is what it is. They were swamped. I turned them in literally like 2 minutes before the deadline was, but it worked out and I can't complain about the grades because they were very good. So let's talk about the card I picked up. Before I tell you what the card is, I want to let you know that I sold a lot to pick up this card. I try not to spend any of my personal money on sports cards. I try to keep it all in sports cards. I'll sell cards to cover a card, and then when I make money, I'll sell cards and that to cover another card. And the cards I sold, I did not anticipate selling, to be honest, but this popped up and I had to make a deal. The first one was a Freddie Freeman Purple Topps Finest Rookie numbered to 5. I love this card. I sold it to Chris and Jeff from Bob Not Slabbin' and Spitballin' Cards, our other YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, I'm on that, and we basically have a roundtable podcast discussion, different than my personal channel. And I sold that to them, and I missed that card, but I'm glad they have it. Big Freddie Freeman collectors. I also sold my Juan Soto 2018 Topps Heritage High Number Red Ink Autograph Rookie Card 22 of 69, which is his jersey number. It's labeled on the BGS slab. Really cool card. I took a loss on it, but I sold that as well because I needed to cover the funds for this other card. Sold a blue Bowman Chrome autograph of Nolan Arenado, and I sold a Mookie Betts Gold Topps Chrome update number to 250 and SGC 9.5 to buy this card. It was about $7,500 is what I got for those to pay for this card. And that card was a Willie Mays Hank Aaron dual autograph from 2003 Topps Stadium Club. And that is the co-signer set. I believe that was the first co-signers. I could be wrong, but it was the only co-signers that year alongside 2 Japanese players that I don't really know. I wasn't really paying attention to baseball then. I was 8 years old. But either way, this was a really big card. And a lot of these autographs are faded and ugly and they don't look great. But this one in particular, I thought looked really good. Obviously, the Hank Aaron isn't perfect, but the Willie Mays is literally a perfect Willie Mays autograph. Bright and blue autos. I think they look really nice. So I reached out to the seller, made a deal, picked it up at the National, took it right to PSA, ended up getting a near mint 8 with an authentic autograph. Really great grade for that card. The actual grading fee was like $700 for one day, which was a tough pill to swallow, but it ended up working out. I do want to talk about that card a little bit. Before I do, I want to talk about the second card I got graded at the National. That second card was a 2010 Bowman Sterling Buster Posey Red Refractor 1 of 1. Buster Posey has hardly any rookie 1 of 1s. And then the rookie 1 of 1s he does have, some of them aren't major sets. This is one of his very best cards out there. I was able to buy it from ComC a few months ago, and I was holding it until the National to get it graded. And somehow that card got a PSA 10. And I'm stoked it got a PSA 10. It wouldn't have mattered if it was a 9 or an 8 because it's a 1 of 1, but I do think having it that 10 grade makes the card just look more attractive for some reason. I didn't use wax. I didn't wipe it down. That card I got from ComC, and I literally put it into a sleeve and I sent it to PSA. So it worked out really well. That card had not surfaced since I think 2010, 2011. Popped up on ComC. I bought it the same day because I knew the significance cards. He has 0 Topps Chrome rookie cards that aren't autographed. I think he has 1 sticker autograph numbered to 10 or something weird like that. But he has 0 base cards in Topps Chrome numbered less than I think $5.99 because he was a Rapper Redemption in 2010 Topps Chrome. And so this is one of his best cards out there, especially because even in Topps Heritage, he had a black out of 50 or 60 something, which is cool. But he did not have a gold out of 5 and he did not have a Superfractor. So basically his Topps Chrome and his Topps Heritage Superfractors don't exist. He's in very few other sets. He has a Topps Platinum 1 of 1 from Series 1 or 2, which is awesome. Great. Better than this card, absolutely. And then a Bowman Chrome Superfractor, which is better than this card. But you could argue the out of 5 from Bowman Chrome is better than this card, but I'd personally take the 1 of 1. How do you price a 1 of 1? It's what someone's willing to pay. So I think that's going to be a really good card to have, as I think Buster Posey will make the Hall of Fame. Joe Mauer did. Posey has more accolades with World Series success, and people seem to like Posey better. His peak was better. He played all of his games at catcher versus Posey, who played half of his career at first base, roughly half, maybe not exact, but you get the point. So I was excited to get a PSA 10 there. The Willie Mays Hank Aaron got a near mint 8 with an authentic autograph. And I want to talk about that Mays card because the reason why I was so high on this card and I sold some cards at a loss to get it was simply because I am high on it. And I'm trying to get into cards I'm high on for the long run, which is why I have the Posey, which is why I bought this card. And the reason I like it is because if you look at basketball with LeBron and Jordan, they're the 2 of the best players ever, right? Maybe actually they are the 2 best players ever in my opinion. Whoever's better is up to you. I'd personally take Jordan, but I understand if you like LeBron better, totally get it. But with that being said, their autographs go for a ton. And the difference between basketball and baseball of these 2 top 5 iconic players, African Americans, who were right after the color barrier was broken, and one was the home run king and technically still could be if you don't consider Barry Bonds. Not bashing Barry Bonds, don't hate me, but his were with steroids and Hank Aaron was not. And then Willie Mays, who in my opinion is the best all-around baseball player ever. They only have 3 sets with on-card autographs. This one, 2003 Stadium Club. They have one in 2004 Topps Chrome, a dual autograph numbered to 25, no parallels. So that's only 25 of those. And then I think in like 2012 Museum Collection or Tier 1 or some random high-end collection, there's a dual autograph of them numbered to 15 with no parallels. So because of that, there's only 40 other autographs outside of the 2003 Stadium Club. I like the Stadium Club because it has all of their stats, their information, MVPs, home run leaders, all those things which I think are really cool to see. Plus I love the imagery on there. And I think there's only about 100 to 150 of them. I don't know for sure. Only about 20 to 25 are graded by PSA. The autograph on this one is what sets it apart, being bold and blue. That's important. So a lot of them have faded if you try to find them. So I'm high on it because if we look at other sports, you have to think that someday Willie Mays and Hank Aaron dual autographs, 2 players that never really signed together, who are kind of connected in history, they should have value. And so hopefully it continues to go up, but it's a card. If it doesn't, if it stays at $7,500 the next 15 years, I'm going to love that card regardless. It's such a cool piece of history to me. So that's the cards I picked up at the National. I did also try to cross my gold Mookie Betts Bowman Chrome autograph out of 50 and my red Goldschmidt out of 5 Bowman Chrome autograph with PSA. There was an event that I was invited to see if we could cross those. About a 5 to 10% conversion when they're in another slab. I bet if I cracked them out and sent them in 5 times, at least one of them would come back to 10 the way it works. But I did want to do that. I like the BGS slab they're in. I think it's cool and I think they look good. So neither of those crossed, which was unfortunate. But either way, I think it was a very successful National. It's a lot of fun to see everybody there who watches the channel and said hello. Thank you for doing that. And good to see a lot of friends. So those are my pickups at the National. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Posey, what you think of that Aaron Mays autograph. If I made a huge mistake selling those 4 cards, if you think it was the right move getting into it. And other than that, I will see you in the next video.